Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is, it's the start of season 3. I'm your host, Monty Brown. So we also have Pele here. What's good, Pele?
Hey, sorry I couldn't get Leon. He was being hesitant today.
Yeah, he's sick. He's a sick boy. And then we also have Jones.
Hello.
Which makes up nicely. There he is.
What's good, everybody?
Alright. How you boys been?
Busy, pretty much. Working, playing, catching up on stuff for it. Finally got through all of things I've been wanting to, at least for some games and some shows for it. For me, finally finished all through Spy Family, so finally got to the season finale for it. Can't wait for the next season and the movie.
I have not checked out the movie yet.
Wait,
the movie is being worked on. Hasn't come out yet.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So
do we know what it's covering, or is it its own original thing?
I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no one has any full-on clue with it. We just know it's coming. That's about it.
Out of curiosity, Billy, where did it end? Like, where did season 1 end?
Lloyd met his target.
Okay.
Oh, season 1 or season 2?
Whatever season we're on currently.
Well, no, season 2, because the end of season 1 is we get the short glimpse of Bond, the dog. And the end of this season, Lloyd meets his target for the first time.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know, because I've been reading the manga, so I haven't kept in touch. I knew that the first season ended somewhere around Bond, and I was like, oh yeah, we get the dog soon. And then I just didn't go back to check.
The second season is really cute and fun. It gets the funniest episode, I think, is when. Well, should I care about spoilers for you two?
Oh no, go ahead. I'm reading it.
Okay. The funniest episode so far. Yeah, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen season 2 for Spy Family yet. Was when Lloyd tries to get he tries his best to flirt with her to get him back to his good graces. This way, don't get in trouble for the mission. She gets stupid drunk and kicks him super hard in the chin. And that whole interaction was fucking hilarious because she speaks in a drunken manner. She kicks with all her strength to the chin. He survives it, lands on his feet. 30 seconds later, he passes out.
He's like, damn, that was crazy weight.
Like, in his mind after he got back up, like, I misjudged it! She hates me entirely!
Hey, like Spike said, I love a woman that can kick my ass.
And it's also the first time he's ever been knocked out, so, like, it was incredible. Like, his own fake wife kicked his ass so hard. And at the end of the episode, he returns home with a massive bulbous bruise on his chin.
Man went out cold, bro.
One of the few people that actually knocked him out. Like, wow.
Yours ridiculously strong. It doesn't make any sense. Everybody's constantly talking about she's a monster for no reason. And I'm like, yo, why is she like this?
No, in the episode right before, she was doing a tennis match against Fiona. She hit the tennis ball so hard it turned into bits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I was like, God damn.
And you still got the nerve to consider yourself a rival. Like, woman, really?
She can't cook. She can't do much in terms of traditional early stuff, but goddamn, she can kick ass.
Hey, look, it's all she knows.
For real.
Yep. She's so strong she can kick a car out of the way.
She did do that. She outran the car at one point.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ, Superwoman over here.
For real.
Matter of fact, oh man, I think it was in season 1. Yeah, it had to be season 1 when what was it? They ran to a park. It was walking through a park and somebody had ran by and stole a random woman's wallet, and had hunted them down like halfway across the city. Like, your eyesight is that perfect. Oh no.
She's an assassin. She knows different poisons, different points of anatomy to strike a target. She doesn't know how to clean, cook, or have many social skills. Also, really doesn't know how to cook because she ends up injuring herself when she tries to cook.
No,
True. That is the weird part, isn't it?
you
She
can't
cuts up
cook.
potatoes, and they get more bloody than they ever get cut because she ends up cutting her own hands. And
How
she
did-
cuts meat. She cuts meat so thin they're translucent.
That is hilarious, though, to me.
That's top shelf 3-star Michelin
Also, I was
type
also
etiquette.
mention her brother, biggest simp I've ever seen. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, that
Uh,
man's built different. He has a sister complex out the wazoo.
Dude, he eats his sister's potentially poisonous food,
Oh
loves
yeah,
it,
no, no,
and
no,
throws
no.
it up.
There's a difference. He
Yeah.
grew up on that food, so I kind of get why he likes it. But like,
He throws it up every single time he eats it, though.
Nah.
the problem is that it is still his sister, and he's very weird about that.
Oh no, because how he loves his sister's food and loves his sister, he actually grown an incredibly impressive resistance to poison because of that. So
Yeah, it's
It's
hilarious.
The fuck? Now he's Luffy? Really?
apparently, yeah.
Oh man.
He's like, I'm resistant to poison. Why? Because have you seen my sister's cooking? It's amazing. It makes me better. And everybody's like, oh.
He says all that while he's literally puking at the same time.
Exactly. It's amazing.
I love Spy
Freaking love
Family.
Spy Family, man. Spy
Yeah.
Family is amazing.
Oh, that's great. Another one I've been catching up more. So it's Trigun Stampede. They finally did it. They finally introduced my boy, Nicholas D. Wolfwood.
It's so strange. It's so strange.
They made him more OP.
Oh yeah, no, I know. But I just find Stampede to be so weird.
It's interesting in terms of the design choices. Story wise, I'm still debating on if it's an improvement or not. Introducing some
For-
characters that
Yeah, for
Mhm.
now, for me, it's not an
Yeah.
improvement. I mean, like they're fast forwarding through some like stuff so that your boy
Mhm.
Wolfwood could show up a lot sooner, which
Yep.
fair, but like we're missing key characters obviously, and then we just said fuck a mystery, honestly.
Yeah, and introduced the Gung Ho Gun pretty early on because the first member of the Gung Ho Guns we actually see part of the crew, Zazie the Beast,
Mhm.
a bug chick essentially.
Yeah.
Also, her animation on the episode I watched shows me because I mentioned this outside of a conversation beforehand, Amani. Another challenge when it comes to dubbing outside of Japan. The lip syncing in 3D actually is matched to Japanese voice lines, so you have when they're dubbing, you have to match English voices to lip movements of the anime, which makes it even harder of a job, in my opinion.
It does. It would actually make it a lot harder because I mean, you didn't
Yo.
really have to worry about that as much when you had normal
Flapping mouths,
normal
yeah.
flaps. What's up?
Yeah, I would say because that's what led to the problem with 4 kids. That's the reason why we don't have them nowadays.
Those 4 kids dubs were ridiculous, bro. Those
Yeah,
4 kids dubs were ridiculous.
They were crazy, but they decided to make the job a little harder in a different way because they only had to work with mouth flaps for the most part. Now this is an entirely different challenge, which I wonder guys how you're going to do that. It's going to be interesting how they resolve that in other languages.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, like-
really said they can't have guns. They took the guns away and they had finger guns.
One Piece. Sanji has a lollipop.
See, the lollipop one doesn't even bother me as much when you think about the gun thing. Changes the context of the situation.
Oh,
They
man,
literally busted in and was like, freeze! And with finger guns, and my man was like, ah! And jumped out the window.
You could have done what Ben 10 did with they got rid of guns and it's laser guns somehow. Regular police in Ben 10 has laser guns.
They did the same thing in the Spider-Man 90s animated series where it was laser guns for some reason. Like, everyone had a laser gun for some reason.
I mean, hey, I'll take it versus nothing at all.
It'd be the
but
same.
not
It was the same way in what's called, oddly enough, in Justice League. And like if you watch the original like Batman and Superman animated series, and I think like the first Justice League, that everybody was using guns, but then by the time you got the Justice League Unlimited, it's like
Everyone uses
yeah,
laser weapons.
yeah, guns don't work no more. We just use them. We firing lasers. We
Yeah,
you
just
know
see
because
what?
Superman be
the
That
like,
one
original,
makes
ah.
way more sense,
yeah,
actually.
the original Batman animated series, they used guns when they could. Superman can still see that they still use guns for some aspect, but switch to laser guns. Justice League, fuck it all, because the first episode of Justice League is literally alien clones.
True, that's fair.
You're right.
Admittedly, because of the fact that like it was established they originally had guns, and then they just upgraded to lasers, makes it work.
Somehow.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck it, man. I'm shooting at Superman. You think this is gonna work? I need something strong.
That's a man of fucking steel. My bullets won't do shit.
Give me a laser gun, bro. He's like, I got you. He's like, I see he want the heat. How about this?
But yeah, that's been what I'm watching. What I've been playing. I'm still going through Midnight Suns. Decided to take a break. I'll just wait until all the DLC drops and then play through finish the whole story that way. Deadpool is really still funny.
Okay.
We
Venom
still
dropped, right?
Venom dropped. I haven't checked Venom out yet for it, but I will say this though: Deadpool, as you can expect, everyone when you first introduce him, the Hunter invites him to the base, and everyone is screaming over your earpiece. No, Blade, Caretaker, and Captain Marvel.
No. Please.
No,
No. Don't do it. Please. Whatever you do, don't bring him over.
no. And I can just hear Wolverine's like, "Damn it, Wade,"
Yeah, pretty much.
which is also a phrase that we are all too familiar with.
Oh, for sure. But I was trying to think, cause like that game will let you hang out with everybody without their like clothes and well, with their clothes, but without their
With their
normal
clothes.
costumes.
Yes,
In
Deadpool
the
no.
civvies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Deadpool,
obviously
no.
Deadpool no, but like
yeah.
Venom, yes.
Yes, he's Eddie Brock.
I mean, yeah, but like, that's got to be kind of awkward, isn't it?
I
'Cause, like,
mean, you get to hang out with Banner, and he's normal. And
well, yeah, but
Banner.
it's Banner, like that makes sense. But like,
Yeah.
I guess a part of me is looking at it being like, I'm trying to figure out where the timeline is in this game. If that makes any sense.
Don't think too hard on
I
that.
would say never.
Well, yeah,
fuck
you know
that.
what I mean, right? Where it's like certain points in Venom's history, he's gonna be way more antagonist to certain people than he would normally. So it's like,
Well,
are we post Lethal Protector Eddie Brock?
We are post Lethal Protector because the first encounter of Venom we get, he is already corrupted by.
Yeah, no, I got
Lilith.
that. So
Yeah.
I'm like, but like when you first meet him during that, you don't really know when it's taking place. Like it's not like Peter's like, man, I thought we settled this, right? Like I thought we got over this beef. It's just straight up like, oh yeah, no, I've handled his weight before, and you're like, yeah, I know that, but I don't know where we're at. Like, would he still hunt him down if he wasn't possessed?
I'm about to say like nigga, you act like this man Eddie doesn't already not only does he have animosity towards this man, but the fact that you still go through the fact that you blame this man for every bad thing that happened to you.
Mhm.
That
Well,
led
That's what I'm
up to being
saying. Like,
Venom.
are we
Eddie-
post King in Black, Eddie? Because
Yeah.
that'd be crazy.
I mean, I don't fully know. It could just completely be ignoring it because I tried the one key element that I've been trying to focus on more of where this fits in the timelines is the existence of the two Ghost Riders because it's way after.
Oh, that doesn't help either.
It doesn't help too much either because it's post Ghost Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider where he doesn't have his Ghost Rider form anymore, but still has powers running the carnival. But you still have Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider still here, which didn't help me too much, honestly.
Honestly,
So-
technically speaking, if we were talking timeline wise, if Robin Reyes is there, then like technically Flash should have it, unless it's post. King in
Again,
Black.
yeah. When it comes to Marvel video games, they don't typically follow a certain timeline. They just kind of
They
pick and choose
don't.
those.
They don't, which is fine. It's weird just because of the fact that like that character has gone through so much. that I
Yes.
genuinely have to sit back and go like, which version of you are you at this point?
Yes, but to be also fair, because how messy comic books are, and how the MCU try to do their own thing, eventually most games try to do their own shtick unless it's following a straight continuity. I think we might see that fully after Spider-Man, the Marvel Spider-Man 2 with Wolverine. I would say put the Avengers in there, but after that debacle, I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah, don't even bother.
Nah.
I like the Avengers, but don't even bother.
He's
Yeah.
still an exclusive.
Especially when
technically
they
on
introduced a
PlayStation.
5-year skip like they did in the movie. Like, you got to be shitting me.
Yeah, they did that because like originally, like the plan was originally to have the two games kind of be like in the same
Merged
universe.
together. Yeah.
And then they kind of screwed the pooch on that one by right off the bat being like 5 years later, and it's like, okay, I guess. I mean,
Okay.
like the first mission you do in the game involves where were you? San Francisco?
Yep.
Just getting nuked
Immediately.
immediately. So I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, no, Spider-Man would definitely be like, yeah, so like they blew up San Francisco.
Yep,
I don't
and
know
they
how
failed.
that
No,
happened.
they screwed the pooch because they blew up San Francisco, got disbanded, and then had to come back after 5 years.
Yeah, and then it's like a dystopia. So it's like, yeah, no, Spider-Man's not running around here. I mean, technically he is in that world.
Because he's also in
You know what?
Avengers,
Yeah,
though
well,
it's not the same Spidey, I think,
but
from the
it's
game.
fine
Yeah,
because
No,
they had like
this
agreed that it
all
wasn't a long time for like a while now.
yeah.
this all makes sense now that I think about it and hearing you guys talk about it. It totally makes sense. The fucking Avengers wasn't in New York, so that took place during the same time the Avengers game was going on. And then the fact that I don't know how
But it's
they
been
entered.
5 years. Tony has lost everything. Bruce is pretty much in exile. Cap's dead. Widow's still a spy, and Thor. Well, he became a janitor. I forgot about that.
Yeah, everything about it did seem to lead up to the two of them being in the same universe. The main problem is just Avengers decided to go for the most bombastic thing possible off rip.
The rip. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that.
And
They
so
shouldn't have
like
done.
immediately like the Spider-Man game has to go like either the next Spider-Man game, which was Miles Morales, has to go like, so they blew up San Francisco,
Cisco.
or they just go like, that didn't happen.
Which I'm guessing is more likely. And since Insomniac's still doing Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, we have more of a chance of following a central universe storyline. Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Yeah, so there's a way better chance Spider-Man's in the same universe as Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
But Wolverine is going to be taking place in a completely different location.
Which is fine.
I think we're supposed to be in Madripoor.
Possibly Madripoor is one of the locations, but at least from the trailer, it looks like a bar, so I'm guessing start off in Canada.
Oh, yeah, but like, he always starts off in a bar somewhere. It's like, that's not surprising. Wolverine and bars.
I think we're going to go to Madripoor. If it goes open world like they did with Spider-Man, which I'm okay with.
Oh, no, I don't want open world.
Okay. Well, I still want it to be bloody and violent.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what matters. So, like, not every game needs to be open world. A Wolverine game doesn't need to be open world. It just needs to be bloody and violent. That's what Wolverine needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing? Oh, no, I took a bike and just drove around. Like, Wolverine doesn't have, like, an interesting, like, method of locomotive. You know what I mean? Like, he's a metal dude with claws. He could climb a wall.
Yeah, he can climb a wall. Sometimes he can pounce pretty far. Probably will have that bike.
But, like, it doesn't need to be open world. You think Wolverine's just out here pouncing from building to building? Because that's not what he does.
No. There's going to be stealth mechanics because he has some stealthy stuff. The suits is going to be probably interesting.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Honestly,
if it's anything like a combination between X2 and X-Men Origins Wolverine, pretty cool game.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Let's say if anything, Wolverine just needs a Wolverine's type of gameplay already got taken technically because it would have been going the same way like Bayonetta, where it's just he's traveling from place to place, and you choose the whatever level selection is gonna be him like probably smoking or drinking in the bar, and he's probably going to nub out the next location with his cigar or with his claw, move on to the next spot.
Bars should be safe points. They should just be like his little shops or whatever between like levels. This is when he's just chilling. He's always in a bar and then he goes and buys something. That'd be cool. That'd be a stylistic way of doing it. But yeah, it should be level based. I think it should. Certain games shouldn't be open world. I don't think we have to shove open world into everything.
No, don't
Wolverine
be.
is one of those games that don't need to be open world.
Yeah, Ubisoft, don't follow Ubisoft.
It does
sure.
nothing for the game to be open world. Like, I'll give it to you. You can be like open levels or something like that, right? And give you the option to be like, oh, I'm gonna be stealthy. Or I'm gonna run up in here like a samurai and start stabbing everybody. Like Ghost of Tsushima, it I guess, if you wanted to do it a little bit, but like, it's just so unnecessary for him to be open world.
Like the only way. Okay, so the only other way I could just thought about this now that Wolverine would probably work as an open world game is that you have to do a specific storyline, and the only storyline that came into my head was when his healing factor got turned off, and everybody and their mama was out for that bounty on his head.
Doesn't that make it worse for him to just? I mean, it kind of works. Like I get what you mean, because like you can have people like actively chasing him down in the streets or whatever, or like you could do kind of like a GTA wanted system almost, where you're like attracting attention. You know what I mean?
Nuh-uh.
But like,
Nah, do that shit exactly how they did with Batman Arkham Origins. Just do it a little bit better.
the whole city is just a problem.
Those would be some of the best boss fights that you will ever have with Wolverine. You get to experience different type of gameplay because how much this man has went through. Honestly, when are we ever going to get a chance to have Wolverine with a samurai sword in his hand?
I mean, we could just do that.
We
Like, at
could,
any
but
time.
it's not going to happen though.
No, that's not true. You can totally just do it. That could happen in this game.
We will
It
get
just happened.
we will get Wolverine with hot claws before we get Wolverine with the Muramasa blade.
I mean,
in
we
his
already
hand.
have
Say that,
Wolverine.
we should have Wolverine with Hot Claw.
I
Considering,
mean, we do
this-
have Wolverine with hot claws already in Midnight
no,
Suns.
you're right. You're right.
Exactly.
They kept the power. They kept the power. Let's go. But like, I was about to say, like off rip in this game, considering the fact that they know that that's a thing he could have, they could just do that. Like he could have EXs that revolve around his claws heating up sometimes, or like a jackpot thing where it's just like, yeah, your claws just did extra damage this time.
Then do it. I want to see it. I want to see that man be able to pull the blade out. Put Deadpool as a boss in there, and then let him throw his blade out and cut off his arm again.
Actually, that'd be a really cool thing of giving him a second weapon throughout the game, is to just give him a samurai sword. No, yeah, that would actually be really cool. Cause like, you know how I guess spoilers for God of War, but like you know how you get the Blades of Chaos in God of War after a certain while? Like you spend a decent amount of time with the Leviathan Axe for like a long period of time with Leviathan Axe. And then they're like, so we gave you a second weapon, and you're like, shit, say less. And it's a weapon I wanted. It's like, I feel like that'd be a cool thing to do with Wolverine in the Wolverine game. Is just be like, he's using his claws, You get used to using the claws, and he's like, so you know he's a samurai, right? And you're like, you're right. That nigga is a samurai.
Exactly.
Correct. Say less.
This
He's
man's a samurai. This man has been in like he has been in both World Wars and he has been in Vietnam.
I just had a thought. What if the Wolverine game that's coming out by Insomniac is just the new God of War? What if it's just Ragnarok? And I was thinking about that. Was like, I don't know if this works.
I can't do it obviously because my hands would be too close to the mic, but I'd be slow clapping so much right now. I'm slow clapping like immediately. Just do it. Give us another X-Men Origins Wolverine, but with the modern day conveniences of what we have in games now. Come up with those innovative
It doesn't need to
gameplay
be
ideas.
attached to a bad story. Even though
But
the
still,
story for that game was kind of crazy. Fuck
Hey,
Sentinel in that game.
it's literally one of the best movie tie-in games that we've gotten, and it had nothing to do with the movie for the most part.
Absolutely nothing.
It was more brutal than the fucking movie too.
Exactly. You
And I was
assholes.
fighting Wendigos at one point. We fought a Sentinel. like, obviously we had to fight Sabretooth. That shit was fun. Did
Bruh.
we
You
fight Gambit?
guys-
We had to fight Gambit in that game, right?
We fight
Yeah.
Gambit for a brief time. And oh yeah, that the games version of Deadpool was so much more entertaining than the fucking movie.
It
What was the
was.
game? I actually didn't get to finish it. What was the games version of Deadpool?
Well, because you're actually fighting him is way more bombastic.
Oh, okay. But he's
He's
still like
still that
that
Deadpool.
version. Okay.
Is that he's still that Deadpool doesn't talk, but he's
But
a
because you're
threat.
physically fighting him, you're allowed to
Mhm.
enjoy what he is a bit more. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yes.
versus just like why does he look like that all the time?
Why does he look like that? Why can he teleport like that? It don't make no sense. Although, to be fair, the teleporting thing is the least of their worries, because Deadpool actually kind of can teleport. Like,
Yeah. Well, the one in the movie he had kind of Wolverine own thing. He has swords embedded in his arms,
yeah, that one was
regenerative
dumb.
abilities, Cyclops' lasers,
Yeah, he did have
teleportation.
Cyclops' lasers. I did not forget.
Oh, and one power that they not use, but apparently he did get. Well, two. Apparently, Blob's recursive ability, where he can bounce stuff off, and that one character who
Wow.
controlled electricity with his mind.
He had those two too? Oh, I
Yeah,
guess
but he didn't use
it's
them in the
used-
fight because it was useless.
Okay, but it's used in the game, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. That is kind of cool. Oh my, alright. As long as he didn't get the diamond shit from, what's her name? I actually forgot. her
Emma
name.
Frost. Emma
Emma
Frost
Frost.
is also in that film. I forgot about
I
that.
She is in that film. She showed up. She
Damn.
did the diamond thing. I thought she was cool when she did it. I was really confused.
That was a whole marketing point for that movie too, because everybody was
Emma Frost, and she's barely in it.
for
Yeah,
real.
it's just that one scene that she does.
You popped up like 3-4 years later in First Class for the first time,
Kind of
And-
makes sense.
and then I don't even think she came back after that.
No, they did not use Emma Frost ever again.
Yeah, they just used her again for that movie and was like, yeah, look, she's here in the past. Way further in the past.
She had
And I
psychic
was like,
abilities, so she was cool, and she had diamond powers. But again, didn't really serve as like traditional Emma Frost. From the comics, was just threatening and commanding at times. It was also just sexy, but
it was just weird because they put her in a time period where it's like, wow, cool, you get to interact with no one that actually interacts with you normally.
Nope.
Sick.
not to mention the fact that your main love interest is way, way, way younger than you.
Way too young. It's not even allowed to be in the film.
Dog, you're fucking. Oh man, that shit was so bad though. At least it wasn't bad as Azazel. Man's came in. Don't know
He
how to
didn't
work.
say a fucking word. Azazel
Bro,
didn't say a
that's
goddamn.
that's not even the thing that got me upset about it. As the fact that Azazel showed up, I was like, alright, cool. Mystique is here. Azazel's there. We gotta talk about what's gonna happen? We ain't talking about what's gonna happen. Alright, cool,
No.
fine. Maybe it happened off screen. Nightcrawler exists. Mystique is still on the X-Men team. Are we not talking about this?
No,
You say
because
you say
apparently
this,
they're
but
not-
the man had
Yeah.
the
Are
man
we
had like a
really
little bit
not
of time.
talking about this.
Yes, because he only had a little bit of time to do that shit, and even then, she had to drop off that baby somewhere where she just so happened to conveniently forget that I had a baby while I was
How
still
is
pissed
that
off
nigga
at you,
on
Xavier.
the team? He's on the team, and she's like, I'm pretty sure I had a son
But-
about your age.
Yeah,
Like,
remember
you had a
that
tail and
fucking
everything. It's kind of crazy.
but fucking what's his name done fucking offed off Azazel and this by the time the second movie
Oh
came.
yeah.
Yeah, apparently they killed
Azazel. Yeah.
Off
Azazel. Zoe Kravitz's character for the Angel, I think, like the bug chick.
Mhm.
Banshee's dead. Quite a few of them are dead.
Yeah, they really killed Banshee for no reason. They killed a lot
Yep.
of them for no reason. But
Yep.
I'm just kind of looking at it being like, so we're not talking about the fact that your son is right here, and we saw his dad. You teamed up with him. We also didn't talk about you guys having a relationship at all, but like that
Nope.
was a thing. And you're just gonna not say that you just abandoned the child to the expert? Like, what's happening here? How are you the main character? How am I supposed to root for you, knowing that you gotta just ignore your child right there? That movie
First.
and you know what's crazy? That's the same movie that had the same problem where like Quicksilver's trying to tell Magneto that like he might be his son and just doesn't do it. Just
Yep.
doesn't. He's like,
Still
nah.
hasn't done it. Still hasn't fucking done
Well,
it
yeah,
either.
no, that's because the film's done. But like, that was
Yeah.
the movie that had a bunch of family issues that no one's decided to resolve, like at any
Nope.
point.
Hey, at that
Let's
point,
just
I
not
blame.
talk about it.
That's why I say like X-Men First Class was a fluke. Everything following past that point was, well, Days of Futures Past was
No, yeah,
fun,
no. That's true.
uh,
It
but it's
was.
Apocalypse and afterwards was problematic.
Yeah, Days of Future Past was a good movie. I liked it, but oh man, I'm so sad. Apocalypse was bad, bro.
He
I'm so
was.
sad. It hurts me every time. It hurts
The
me every
the sad part
time.
is I can hear and see all the potential and the ideas that they had going on for it. They was talking about how having him be more like a cult leader in a sense. And the four horsemen would be like the four different points. I was like, yeah, you know what, that actually could
I
work for
feel that. I feel
Apocalypse.
that. That makes sense, right? It's like, no,
Yeah.
that's not it, is it? Not
You,
exactly.
did you make all the your four horsemen for this movie like pretty OP like they're supposed to be? Yeah, you did
Uh,
that.
one of them.
He picked some pretty. I mean,
I
he
was
made Archangel, which he had to do because if he didn't do it, I was gonna be pissed.
I know,
But
but in
like,
terms of the most OP was Magneto.
no, he
I
picked
mean
Storm
Storm was
too.
there too.
Storm didn't do shit in the film.
She
I mean,
didn't, but at the same time they
yeah,
never did write her right with the whole like her powers come from a
Exactly
god.
my point. Like, yes, she can be OP. Was she OP in the film? No.
actually, real talk, the ones he picked were kind of stacked because he also picked Psylocke.
Psylocke, yeah. No, they were stacked potentially, but the only one that actually, showed any worth of power was fucking Magneto.
Wait, hold up. Was there a last one? Because
No, that was just
usually
the four.
there was just
I
a fourth.
remember, yeah, it was the four horsemen. He tried to transfer his consciousness to Xavier.
Because I was about to say he usually does four, and then like Archangel's like the extra one. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but like he just chose four that time. That's fair. I mean, the angel could just be death. Like it's fine. But he did chose Storm and Magneto off rip, and I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, but like my complaint, as I said before, he only utilized Magneto. Storm didn't do jack shit in that film.
Storm shocked some people.
Shocked. She could have done a lot more than that.
I'm pretty sure she threw at least one tornado. At least one tornado.
At least one tornado. But anyway, before we get too off track, that was my week. Jones, how have you been?
Um, let's see. I'm still, going to AA meetings and going to I forgot what the other meetings are called exactly. Talk about my current trauma from Velma. Um,
That's called the VA.
yeah, it's that bad. Spoilers by the way. The actual murderer actually ended up being Fred's mom.
That's the funny thing about it is that you're still traumatized by it.
Yep.
Yes, I am. It's the bad writing, the on the nose jokes, all that shit. But overall, it really does traumatize me. I'm really mad that I sat there just to listen to the story for how it was going to be. And
Excited for season 2? Season 2?
oh man, you might as well just put a hanger up my ass then.
Damn. Stop a hanger.
Um,
Stick a
besi-
fork in me. I'm done.
hey, I'll stick a fork in an electric socket right now.
Oh.
Besides that, to any and everybody, I said this before to these guys and to others in the chat, but if I ever ask you for advice about Hollow Knight, screw you, because I have told people plenty of times, I'm at the part where I have to search for these three bodies to unlock this gate, and then I'm done. Nobody didn't want to tell me that technically that's the end of it at that point. The rest of it is all up to you to 100% the game to get whatever ending that you want. By the
I
time I
mean, I
finish this
guess.
game, oh, go ahead.
I mean, I guess.
Nah,
If
nah.
that's how you want to do it, I mean, I guess that's
It's a Metroidvania. I'm automatically, naturally going to explore any and everything. Like I was
As
exploring
you
everywhere.
should.
Like I discovered the whole entire map of like the whole entire game before I even did that shit. And of course I know what there's a few side missions I didn't do. I know I didn't do the flower mission. I know I didn't go through the what's called quest all the way with the nailsmith because I was at the last upgrade for it.
Mm.
But I never did go try to find other pale ores and a few other side missions too. But guess what? By the time I realized that what I beat the third, yeah, once you beat like the third guardian or watcher or whatever, that's when it'll be like, yeah, you now can see how much your percentage is in the game. It was like you're 64%. Bitch, I've been sitting here for 60 hours in this game and I only got 64%. Let me
Yep.
just finish this shit. Let me just finish this shit and I'll come back later. At least with
Nah,
Metroid Dread, I got like 70, 80% when I first beat the game. Kiss my
nah.
ass.
I got 83%. It's the parts that piss me off about Metroid Dread is the extremely precise requirement movement just to get past certain blocks to get all the items and like
Yeah.
I hated those so much.
Those super dash like exercises and puzzles, I've never been able to like beat any of them in no Metro game ever.
I've done most of them. There's like two or three of them. I said like I'm fuck this. I'm done.
But
I can't
Shrine
do
Spark's
this.
so much fun. It's so much
Transfer's
fun to
fun,
mess
but
around with Shrine
yes,
Spark.
it's fun to mess around, but it's requiring like incredibly fast pace as well as timed portions. When you get past that point, it's incredibly fucking hard just to get to that get to the certain unlockable. So if you're trying to 100% Metroid Dread, those Spark runs, fuck them seriously.
For
At
real,
least for
like
100%ing.
I do understand.
those things are comparable to me to like trying to complete Crash on like what a
For
hundred.
100%, 110,
Yes,
102%.
exactly.
Wait,
Or
what does that
fucking
102%? Where does the extra 2% come from?
The 2% it gives you the secret ending to the game. So you need to meet 102% to get the final ending of the game. But that requires you to have collect 484 gems, all the secret tapes. Oh yeah, and also certain challenges. So essentially, like the tokens, without getting hit once the entire course. And there's 14. Scratch that 28 because you have to do them both the regular and inverted versions.
hmm
What the hell?
and then
The
the
game
fact
is incredibly tediously long.
it
I also
really
just don't
is.
understand what the secret ending to Crash Bandicoot would be.
Oh, so the beginning. So spoilers for Crash Bandicoot 4. Uka Uka sacrificed himself to get both Neocortex as well as Engine into out of the trap zone. Then at the very end of the game, when everything is done, you beat the villain. It reveals Uka Uka's actually alive. The end.
Okay. Well,
That's the secret ending. It's not even worth it. It's really not.
That doesn't
For
sound
real.
worth it.
It's not like what's called how they teased you guys, and I still haven't gone through that series. Sly Cooper, at least when it came to Sly 4.
Don't remind me. I know the secret ending in Sly 4. That pisses me off still.
He never got back.
He never got back in time. He's still in
And
Egypt, and we never see
we still
what.
haven't gotten a movie, and we had got two full
That
trailers.
movie's
Oh, I'm
never.
so
Dude,
sad that we're not getting that movie. That movie looked like it was gonna be fun. That movie should have been a slam dunk.
the reason why it wasn't slam dunk because they saw how Ratchet and Clank failed and is like, this is not gonna worth it, so that's why they didn't bother.
But
Damn
that's
it!
your own damn fault, though.
I know it's their fault, but it's up. They decide like, oh, it didn't do well. We're not gonna do the Sly Cooper movie
Ratchet and
now.
Clank was literally just the plot of the game, though.
It
Yep.
was a reboot. You did a movie on a reboot of a game.
Game, yeah, but the movie itself was very lackluster.
Like Sly
According to
Cooper
its
doesn't have anything like that. That shit would have been so worth it.
nope. The closest thing we ever got to like a Sly Cooper movie slash animation was the Japanese commercial they did, which was really fucking cool.
Yeah,
There was a Japanese version released that was like existed in the first Sly Cooper. That if you got all the secrets and collectibles in the first game, you get this unlockable Japanese voice anime trailer for the game. It was really cool. Essentially, like the first opening scene done in anime. Like, oh, that's dope. That's really dope.
Okay, I feel it. I feel it. I'd have to go look at that. That sounds like it'd be fun.
Let's see. Anything else? Bought Metroid Prime Remaster Fuck the scalpers.
Let's
Mhm.
go. Wait, you had scalper problems?
Oh
He wanted
no.
to get physical.
No,
Okay.
no, no. I pre-ordered mine through GameStop, so I paid my $40 and that's it.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm just surprised that hey, this game just came out Wednesday and you assholes are asking for $70 to $100 already.
Yeah,
Yep.
disrespect.
The reason,
Exactly.
yeah, the reason why I suspected the scalper is already going for that high of a price is because Nintendo is notorious for having low production uh, results off the get go. They've
Oh
always
yeah,
been.
for Metroid, obviously.
Oh no, no, no!
Every time.
Anything,
No,
No,
everything.
in general, yes, but Metroid, they never sell enough copies of that game. Like no matter what.
it's literally the lowest selling IP that they have in their
Somehow
Not
in their
not.
really. F
repertoire.
Zero.
Yeah, they don't even bother making F-Zero games.
Exactly.
That's
So, like,
that part. Now that part, I just blame Shigeru Miyamoto and like Nintendo's old way of thinking when it comes to
Hmm.
like, hey, if we can't come up with a new gimmick to make it fun, then don't even bother with it. So, I mean,
It is archaic and it's a little disappointing. But the thing is, like, the reason why I'm a little bit okay with it because he did seem to have enough faith to keep going with Pikmin, which I was surprised because like Pikmin is so niche, but it has enough paid audience attention to it. They're still going with it. Like, I'm happy about that.
it's just
see, I know
life
you like
management.
Pikmin.
It's
I know you like Pikmin. And it's okay. But I'd take F-Zero over Pikmin any day, bro. That's not even like a
Fuck you. I still like Pikmin.
any day. Like
I
that's
like
not
F
even
Zero.
I'm not
Yeah.
even that's not even me trying to dunk on Pikmin. Even though I
Hmm.
would dunk on Pikmin, but that's not me trying to. That's just me saying that like F-Zero. Come on, man. It's Captain Falcon.
the man
Just
literally only had 2 or 3 games.
they could make a spin-off game where Captain Falcon about Captain Falcon himself.
They made an anime.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Don't
Did
think
we
they can
even
make an
get that
anime?
anime?
They did make an anime.
I mean,
Captain Falcon's
technically,
also. That's where the Falcon Punch came from.
yeah.
No, I'm saying did we get it? Like I
No,
remember
no, no.
seeing
You
about
had to, you had to go look for it. It's one of
Yeah,
those like rare attributed animes for that's like really obscure. No one really knew about. It's like no one knew about the King of Fighters anime. No one knew about the Street Fighter anime, and so on and so forth.
facts. No one knew about
I
those.
I don't know. I feel like okay, low key this that felt like one of those like rite of passage for like your young anime days, being a
You have to
black
remember this
kid.
is during the 80s and 90s where the internet wasn't really a thing yet. So you had all you pretty much knew was like probably from like four magazines if you had access to it, or from a friend, from a friend, from a friend, from a friend, from a friend.
Yeah,
Nah, cause I feel like low key like somewhere in the black household it's like one of those legendary stories that you just hear every black person say is that you had that one uncle or that one cousin that was somehow watching old 80s or 90s anime when you was a kid and you vaguely remember it. That's how like Street Fighter is to me. Cause I remember seeing Street Fighter and I remember the King of Fighters, but then like that's when people start bringing up Ninja Scroll, Ghost in the Shell, and everything like that around that time. I don't know. I feel like that's one of those weird things.
yeah. I definitely didn't have anything like that, but I feel you.
The
Whoa.
closest thing I've had experience is like during my early days of going to the video store and randomly encountering it at the get go, like, whoa, what is this?
Naruto was
Cause
the first anime I was ever introduced to. I was introduced to it in like second grade. I'm pretty sure.
Mine was Inuyasha. Pokemon's usually the first go to for a lot of kids at that time frame. Oh yeah, and Cardcaptor Sakura.
So I
Card
have manga.
Captor.
That was the deal. They had the first volume of Naruto, and they were trying to show it to me, and I was like, "This is pretty sick." But I couldn't remember what the name was forever until like the anime came on TV on Toonami, and I was like, "There's the thing! I remember." It all came flooding back. But yeah, I read the first volume of Naruto like mad early. And then it kinda got me into manga because I wanted to read another one and I found a Pokemon manga. Found the very first volume of Pokemon and read that as a thing. And then after that I just couldn't find manga anymore. So it was wild. It's a wild time
Yeah.
living in New York for a bit. So I just went back to comics.
I mean, hey, that's why I loved my high school at the time because they actually had a manga section for it. Granted, though, I will say that manga section is great for like the popular stuff. Some really fucked up stuff there too, because also as a 13-year-old boy, I read the entire series of Parasite.
I don't
Yeah,
know
no,
how
I
in
don't
the
know
world you
how you
able to do
managed to get
that.
your hand on that.
They had it in the library. Like You're letting us read this? This is, both has nudity, blood, and a lot of gore.
Yeah, I
See,
think
Thank
it's
you.
just going through it after a certain point, being like, "Damn, they really let us slide with this."
Oh no, like after reading through the entire series, I think the first 3 mangas, it fucked me up pretty hard.
See, you went through that. At least in my library, the most violent I think we got was what? Maybe Cowboy Bebop, because I remember there was a few of those Tokyo Pop licensed ones. I remember Kingdom Hearts. I
I did
remember
also read the Kingdom Hearts ones. I
I
remember that one.
own the Kingdom Hearts, yeah, because,
oh,
I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan.
you actually own it. You're the first person that
I
when
still have my copies. I
I
only
own my
own,
copy of 2.
yeah, I own two copies of the, I think, first one and one copy of the second one. Finding them in the physical stores were kind of a bitch at the time.
Yeah.
my God, I would actually like to read it because I wanted to know what was the purpose of them creating the Kingdom Hearts manga. That was my thing
The
as a
story's
kid
They
told a
ma-
growing
little
up.
differently, to be fair.
A little bit, but not by much. It's a little bit more focused on the comedic side because there are some really funny, just messing around humor in it. For example, the first, remember the first scene where Sora, Donald, and Goofy first met and they introduce each other and show how to smile, and Sora makes that goofy smile in the game?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so much worse in the manga.
Oh my God.
It's like that smile is that's a different thing.
um, let's see. Besides that, there's nothing else. It's just the usual same old work and trying to again clean out this backlog. I'm adding one and no, I finished one. I added two more.
Yeah. Oh, hey Jones, there's one backlog of item you can probably do quickly. The save room game I gave you.
That's not even a backlog game. That's just something that's like keep my monkey brain going.
I mean,
Honestly.
it's consider it practice for Resident Evil 4 when it comes out.
I can't wait for
Just
Resident Evil
same.
4. So wait, what is save room? Tell me about it.
So, save room is a small little puzzle game, essentially. So, the briefcase mechanics inventory system from Resident Evil 4?
Oh yeah, the attached AK stuff. Yeah. Oh
Yep.
wait, I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, we did. I gave Jones a copy of it. It was pretty cheap.
I did
But,
know
like,
that.
yeah, it's fun. It's quick. It's a quick game because I beat it in an hour.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a vibe. Yeah,
Don't
no,
forget
that's fun.
Don't forget to put your guns upside down for extra damage.
Make sure to put all your herbs in mix them together to save room. Make sure to eat some eggs if your health is low, so on and so forth.
Wait, if you put your guns upside down and
If it's because it's limited space, you don't have the full attaché.
oh
for
yeah,
it. So
but if you put it upside down, it does extra damage.
no. If you put it upside down, it fits into the attaché.
Mm-mm.
That's what
Yeah,
he's referring to.
it works like that. Now that's just a bullshit that's just a bullshit joke that Eris from Avoiding the Puddle does whenever he streamed Resident Evil 4. He's like, yeah, if you put your guns upside down, it does more damage.
It just throws anybody off with. You're just looking at it being like, why are all the guns upside down? Why are all the guns upside down?
Hey,
Why did you do that?
it works. It works so much better. Trust me.
It just works. It's confidence is what it is.
He's very confident about what he did. He's just like, yep.
Me, I'm
They're upside
confident
down.
I can just kick ass with a red 9. I'm good.
Yeah. Oh my god, everybody just dick rides the red 9.
Because
I
it's one
love
of
the red
best
guns
guns
in the game.
Everybody keeps going for that. Then why? You know what? Everybody keeps saying the love for the red 9. Why don't y'all just love what's her name then from Metal Gear Solid 3 at the point? That was her gun. That was
What
Eva. That was Eva's gun.
With the red knife?
Yes.
The C96 Mauser, essentially.
See? Wasn't even the red knife.
I mean, the red 9 is based off the C96 Mauser, but again,
Yeah, but the red
game
9's
mechanics. Yeah, the red 9 is cool.
Y'all can keep it. Y'all can keep
It's
it.
a good high damaging weapon. It's a slow fire rate, yes, but it kills pretty easily.
Y'all had that. My pistol was the broken butterfly. Already maxed out.
That's a
every
Magnum.
time. It don't matter. It was already maxed out and it was ready to clear out any and everything.
It
One
should.
bullet
The
can go
through
Magnum.
two people.
The Magnum
It's the
always
Magnum
clears out everything in Resident
thing.
Evil games.
The Red 9 early on, if fully maxed, can actually get out rival the Broken Butterfly out on its base form if you didn't upgrade that. If you fully upgrade Red 9 with regular pistol ammo, you can take out hordes pretty easily. That's why I love the Red 9. It's accurate, it's powerful, it's slow, but I'm okay with that. Because you know what? I'm a good shot.
Keep that shit over there. I done went through that shit. I hated the Matilda upgraded all the way through.
Hey, yo, what? That gun was perfect.
Look,
The Matilda's also good. Yeah.
Look at you.
Look, the taste. Look, my taste in those pistols in that game was not that fondly when I first went to that game.
Sounds like you got bad taste in pistols.
Then me going through it on PC, even still, I'm like, the only reason why this starting pistol is here is because I don't want this Red 9, even though I can get it for free. And the fact that like. And then you get so much pistol ammo, it's not even funny.
Exactly. That's why I like the Red 9. You make that pistol ammo work it.
At this point, I get tired of the pistol. Give me my infinite ammo and give me my shotgun shells. I don't even know about the TMP ammo, honestly, because like the TMP ammo was there, but it wasn't. And then Magnum ammo is just usual Magnum ammo. You can hardly find that shit, but it's always in the same spots when it comes to the late game.
Look, man, this is an audio podcast, so I have to let you know that I am shaking my head this whole time to you. Just really unfortunate that you think like this.
Hey, I'm sorry. Going through that game, my monkey brain already turns off. Like as soon as I even touch this, matter of fact, I already know, and I'm saying this right now. As soon as I get my PS5, the first game I'm going to put in and I'm going to play and I'm going to beat is going to be the RE4 remake. And then knowing me, I'm going to run through that game at least about 3 to 5 times.
Knowing mine knows me, I'm probably going to beat it on day one.
Probably. It's doable for that game.
It'll be so bad. It'll be so bad. I would want to beat it in one day, but then I want to enjoy everything about it. The fucking knife fight with Krauser.
It just, huh?
Is it the fucking knife fight with Krauser in the fucking trailer? Oh my
god! Oh man, I can't wait for that. Cool, I cannot wait for that, man. It's gonna be dope. Cool.
And then no,
because me and Lonnie are excited about it. The new version of the Red 9 is gonna be badass.
Let's go. Are you gonna ignore that version too, or are you gonna be a psychopath and not?
He's gonna try to go for the Broken Butterfly as well.
I am. I'm gonna be looking for any and everything. I'm like.
Oh, you know what? One thing, Jones, that they did not show in the trailer, which I'm actually kind of excited about, they did not reveal a single detail about the regenerators at all.
They didn't. I thought they was gonna throw a hint at the end of the trailer, and I thought that's what that was. But no, I can't wait to see them, the Iron Maidens as well.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait for it.
It really is.
Mercenaries mode is gonna be cool. I wanted to see Ada's story, and so the original one where you had to fight 2 trolls at the same time, 2 ogres, the Gigantes. There's now an armored one, and Luis Serra is with you. Like, hey, dude.
Yeah, I saw
like, hey, we got some help. Awesome.
In the lava room. Oh, I want to see how funny this is gonna be when I drop that trap again. Matter of fact, I want to see if you can actually still get both of them at the same time.
You gotta be quick on it, though.
You do. And then for some reason, I feel like they patched that later on in some games, but you can still do it, though.
No, you could, because that's what I did in my latest remaster run.
I'm gonna try it again, then. All right. Oh, and again, that alone section with Ashley, I love it. I can't wait to actually see how they're gonna do that part, because that part low key to me as a kid was scary, and I want to see how they're gonna do that right now in modern.
Mazes and dogs. Fuck that maze.
Oh
yeah. Leon, help!
Hey, I want to see what the up the skirt Easter egg still works.
I was gonna laugh at the idea that they're keeping the exact same voice line. They just didn't improve the voice line for that. It's just the exact same.
Exact
Oh,
same thing.
oh,
Same
and
delivery
also
and everything. It's just like, wow, they
With a
knew.
different voice actress.
Yeah, exactly. Just you hear that, you're like, they knew.
give me the what's called outfit too, cause I want Leon to break his back every time he catch her. Give me the armor suit. That was like at first I remember watching that on G4. They was like, hey, if you actually pay attention to Leon, when Ashley's in the armor suit, you do know how like he's like hurting real bad, right? Every single time he catches her,
Yep.
Mhm.
It's
he's
like,
like he
ah, my back.
for real do that shit, and then the fact that she's invincible as well, so you can just shoot willy nilly. Yes, yes, please, because I get tired of accidentally hitting her ass and she don't duck in time.
You gotta learn to duck, lady. If you gonna be around me, you gotta be ready.
For real, do you not see how? Do you not remember how your ass was against that wall screaming help? And then you start screaming every single time I shot one of them bangles off.
Every single goddamn time. But
Every
hopefully she
single
won't
time.
be as scaredy cat this time around.
True. Very true. All right.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
your week,
Comments.
Amani?
all right. So for me, it's not much. Well, let's go down this little tiny list we got here. First off, Radiant Black Volume 2. It's a vibe. I finished that. So, basically, from what I understand and what I remember, um, so Marshall is taken over as the new Radiant Black. He's doing his best to save everyone, all the while they're being attacked by the first real supervillain they're facing after finding out that, multiple different Radiants exist. So we have a Radiant Yellow, Pink. We knew about Red for a little bit already, and then Black, as well as their main antagonist so far seems to be 001. That's a fun one. Um, this volume pretty much picks up with us learning more about how Marshall is handling being New Radiant, the New Radiant Black, as well as just little dips into each of the other Radiant's lives, just to let you know what they're up to, how they do things. So, like for instance, Radiant Pink is a streamer who is trying her best to make a living out of what she does. In fact, she started streaming being a superhero, which honestly,
Lo-
smart idea.
Live stream while you're on the job.
Smart idea.
Learn this from
It's like
Booster
I'm
Gold.
literally a superhero. Join my Patreon and you get to see some streams where I knock criminals around the streets. It was like, fair enough. I'd pay for
I
it.
mean, hey, it's a worthwhile venture because some heroes might have the Peter Parker luck where they're just broke as hell all the time.
Yeah, like Marshall.
Yeah.
But we jump around. We also get a really, really cool thing that happens in which we go to deal with existence. I don't want to spoil too much about it. But we're talking about some of the best and most interesting stylistic choices I've seen in a while in a comic book. Solely for going into this realm. Solely for just dealing with this. Some crazy paneling stuff. Some crazy like actual artwork being done for it. Some coloring schemes. Some just amazing stuff. Radiant Black Volume 2 is amazing. Genuinely some deep introspective stuff that happens in here. I think it's really cool. Go check it out. I'm looking forward to more superhero Power Rangers done by the same people that created I believe it's the same people that created Invincible. I believe it's the same team. Definitely the same artist. Definitely the same artist. What else we got? Oh yeah, so like I've been going through a bunch of old stuff, so I've been catching up on a bunch of things. So catching
No,
up.
the guy who did Radiant Black did Batman Gates of Gotham, the Nightwing, and Batman Beyond comics.
No, the
And
artist. I think the
yeah,
artist still did it.
yeah. No, it's written by that. Drawn by Marcelo Costa, not the same artist.
Who did Invincible? Because they have a very similar style.
In similar style, but Invincible was the same guy who did Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it not written or drawn?
Mean creator, so that's I'm sure not. I'm pretty sure not the same thing.
Who was the illustrator on Invincible?
Trying to figure that out here. Written by Corey Walker and Ryan Otley, illustrated by Corey Walker and Ryan Otley.
Well, okay, there you go.
Yeah,
The,
Corey Watler did. Which he co-created with writer Robert Kirkman. Ryan Otley did Amazing Spider-Man, Marvel's comic Amazing Spider-Man run. Doesn't tell me when. Let's see here. Haunt, Grizzly Shark, Corey Walker. What else did he do? Science Dog, Battle Pope, Super Patriot, Spider-Man Unlimited Volume 3, I
mm-hmm.
Heart Marvel, and Shadow Pack. So, kind of a mix of stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You should look up some of the art for it, Billy, just to see what I'm talking about. Like the actual, like, in-page books for Radiant Black. Because you'll probably agree that, like, you'll see it and go like, yeah, it does. They actually look really similar to each other.
I understand similarities for it, but that's, a lot of artwork where they take similar inspirations a lot of the time.
But I've been catching up on Batman's Wayne Family Adventures. That's still fun.
Mm-hmm. Did you read the recent one about the snowball fight?
I've not gone up that much.
That one I want to mention that's overkill. You'll see what I mean.
I'll get there. I also was catching up on another webtoon I've been reading for a while now. Pretty sure I mentioned it here. It's The Lone Necromancer. So just as a casual reminder for those that don't remember The Lone Necromancer, it is a webtoon series in which the apocalypse happens, but right as the apocalypse is about to start or kick off, everyone is asked, hey, yo, here's a card. What card do you want to be? What's the class of hero you wish to be? And everyone gets a chance to pick. Our titular character gets to picks the necromancer, and everyone picks something according to what they want. So like Jitsu, for instance, has like Beast Tamer, I believe, and his best friend, who I cannot remember right now, has Thief, which I thought Thief would have been cool, but he dislikes being a thief. And as the story has continued, because of the apocalypse kicking off, a bunch of goblins and monsters and things like that have appeared. They're keeping the idea of having the video game elements where defeating certain enemies and stuff like that will net you XP, which levels up your character, which gives you better stats, but you're in your specific class. So it makes you better, you get new skills, you get new items that help you. All the while everyone's trying to strategize and survive because, it is an apocalyptic event that's happening. You just happen to have a way of fighting back. It just starts to pop off as things go on. A rule is implemented that if you haven't picked a card at a certain point, in which they have given you 2 chances at this point to pick a card, because you don't want to play the game, then we'll make you play the game a different way. And so they can become monsters as a thing now. That's wild. As well as you get to see that there are player characters who just choose to be villains, and then others who become monsters because of how villainous they are, even if they didn't choose a card. They just become something like vampires, for instance. Vampires are very much conscious of what they're doing. They're just sadistic people in this world that actually still drink blood and stuff because they need it. But, the idea of you becoming more adjusted to this world and more, I guess, you adapt in a way that makes you a vile person, allows you to adapt your physical body more to what is more suitable to you, is an interesting concept that's happening. It's a vibe. It's a really cool webtoon. It's got some dark themes, some blood, some gore, so if you, just in case, but they have the little warning system there in case you can't deal with it. He has a little skeleton that is not going anywhere. His name is Righty, because he lost his arm, but he has a samurai sword. Righty's sick. And the main deal is that the Lone Necromancer has, despite him being the Lone Necromancer, he has an entire squad, right? So I'm wondering, at some point, we're gonna be hitting a point in the story where something he does, I'm assuming, is gonna be considered irredeemable to make him lone, right? To let people not want to be around him. And the way the story seems to be playing out, we're kind of pushing towards the idea of like maybe something might happen soon because technically speaking, with the world how it is, it's technically okay to be morally gray about some things because there's not really a definitive reason for you to be inherently heroic. That makes any sense. Um, Besides that, I was playing Crisis 2 though. Going back and enjoying that. That's fun. I've been really wanting to play Crisis, the Crisis series in general for a while. I was going through one obviously before, but one doesn't hold up as well as I remember it holding up at all.
Oh,
And
so your PC can run Crisis?
I'm gonna ask that question. Like that's the question everyone needs to ask.
yeah, the remaster is kind of fun, but like it's also kind of at the same time.
I mean, it is archaic. It was designed to be more of a tech demo than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't. I just didn't really like the idea of having to switch between like armor mode and stealth mode. But like, if you didn't have one on, you were paper, and it was a lot of extra stuff that was just kind of like, just wasn't very fun. And then if you sprinted, you had to turn off your armor so that you could sprint.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a thing. That was a thing.
that was the thing. So if you wanted to run in sprint mode, if you wanted to sprint, it was speed, right? You were using speed, the speed power, but that also drained the resources from just your general energy. So if you wanted to go into armor, you'd have to slow down, but you'd go back in armor mode. While you're in speed mode, yeah, you're sprinting, but like bullets can still hit you, and so you're paper while you're in speed mode. It's weird, but like
Yeah.
if you're too far away from your enemies, then you have to sprint, but you don't have enough armor. It's dumb.
That is just plain dumb.
You just
That's
find yourself in situations where you just would die, and you're like, "Oh, sick! There was nothing I could do about that."
You can watch all the trees get split apart. You can watch these coconuts get split apart. You can see the ripples in the waves, but you cannot run while you're in armor mode.
And then
You
stealth mode is obvious. You probably shouldn't be running in stealth. You're supposed to be stealth. That's
Nah,
fine.
fuck
That makes
that.
sense.
Nah, fuck that. Let me run it while I'm being invisible. As long as them assholes don't, as long as I don't get too close to them or touch them.
You got to remember that you like Predator, and the Predator when he was in any of the films or games he's
That
in.
man was jumping tree to tree and
Yeah, but when you
invisible.
move, it makes it shimmer, so you can kind of see him.
Yeah, he would jump from tree to tree, but he wasn't constantly jumping from tree to tree. He'd just jump a little bit, stay in
Shit,
one
the way
place,
I
wait
must
for
say,
them to
with the
move
way
a
they
little bit
shot
more,
that
jump
shit made it
again.
seem otherwise.
He was like, it was tactical maneuvers, so that people
Tactical.
didn't notice him, even though he got seen a lot. To be fair,
I
Yep.
about to say the technology at the time for showing somebody being invisible was pretty ass. I was almost like looking at Donnie
I mean,
Darkwater.
the movie came out in 1987, man.
but it's not even that. Like, just
I've
because,
seen.
like, yeah, like sure, the animation for it probably wasn't the best, but like the in-game thing, not in-game, the in-world reason is that you can see them. It's a camouflage, but like you
Yeah.
can still see them if you looked hard enough. Um, you can see the shimmer or whatever on the effect and be like, wait, there's something there. It's really prevalent in two. Two is one of the actually both of them actually involve the shimmer, but
Shoot,
like
even
two, I remember specifically the cop in two distinctly going like, bro, I think something's over there. I'm just not sure right now. Am I bugging? It could be because I'm on some heights.
I
It
got
could be.
vertigo.
I do got vertigo. I should get off this roof.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Exactly. I'm getting too old for this shit. Alright, so with that done, it's time to get to the news.
Okay.
Alright. So let's do some picking and choosing because we are in the late night next. So let's go ahead and do that. Anything you guys want to talk about on this document? All for you.
Well, the one who can, well, me and Amani I know can play VR games on it. This Discronia Chronos Alternate is intriguing. It is a full-on anime style game in VR. So like that threw me for a bit of a loop. Like, oh,
Crazy how that has not been done yet.
nope. Well, in America anyway.
True,
Yeah, true.
because now that I seen that trailer earlier, visual novels might actually be the future for VR
It would work, sort of. It would work.
Sort of, yeah.
because
Especially if we can do like a lot more interactive actions along with it, like especially if we're going for visual dating sims, holding hands, touching faces, all that shit.
doing that shit.
Damn, people are really gonna get lost in the sauce on that one.
Imagine Doki Doki.
Yeah, virtual girlfriends, man. It's gonna be ugh.
Imagine Doki Doki in VR.
That'd be
Oh, that's
that'd be painful.
horrifying.
That's painful, is what it is.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, you know what? Ooh, future petition. I need a potential Silent Hill VR game that actually
Shut up.
can.
They're actually working on that.
They are, but shut up.
I need that, and I don't need it to be arcade. Don't let it be like Until Dawn. Don't let it Rush of Blood. Don't let it be like that shit. No, 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 no. Make us scared of it. Do something almost like Shattered Memories, or make us re-experience Silent Hill 2 or 3. Actually, no, we could do 4 because the room would actually be more creepier in VR.
So I was gonna mention like someone actually fully recreated the room in VR once. So you got to see the whole chain thing and everything. The only thing they didn't do was they weren't unable to do it was the haunting stuff. But seeing that aspect, like just simply turn your head and the haunting begins when you turn back, like fuck.
Exact.
Especially with her big ass face in the bathroom.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, that's not okay.
Did they do the bunny jump scare through the peephole?
They didn't do that. Like I said, none of the hauntings or jump scares that you were able to do. But that's one of the potentials it could have gone down that route if they choose to. That's what I'm hoping Konami will choose to do in the future with some of the VR stuff, or at least have some creative people along with it. But well, that remains to be seen.
You hear that, Konami?
Sure.
More better ideas instead of NFT bullshit collections like you did with Castlevania.
Yep. Oh, speaking of a couple things with NFTs and Konami. First,
God,
two things.
no.
So NFT things. So I was at GameStop today. I found some hybrid NFT Marvel trading cards. Not Marvel, DC.
What?
The trading cards.
Yeah.
They're NFT trading cards.
Yes.
How does that work?
I don't know.
All right then.
It's like Donald Trump.
I
all
know
over
for a
again.
fact that I saw them available. Like, wait, what? Hybrid NFT trading cards? Then what's the point of either having the card or what's the point of having the NFT?
It's like, okay, the only way how I can see something like that working is if this is like the old Yu-Gi-Oh games where you look at the code in the bottom of the card and then you let me input that into the game and boom, I got the copy of the card in my game too.
That's what I'm
Nope.
thinking.
That's pretty sure that's probably the same case, but unlike the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, where you actually use them to play a game, you just hold on to them.
Like real NFTs. Yay!
Yay!
Man, F this.
Yeah.
Mega Man X is in Minecraft. That shit cool.
I was gonna bring up the next thing for Konami though, since we mentioned that earlier. So, you know how we said that they're working on Silent Hill remake. They're also planning to do another new Castlevania game and a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah,
worried.
that is what I'm talking about.
If you
Yeah, I am worried because it's Konami once again trying to do a Metal Gear thing on their own without Kojima.
Yeah, no, that's not great, but it is a remake. So I mean, all someone has to do is go like, "Hey, look, you see that homework over there?" It's like, "Yeah, copy
Amani,
it.
we had this conversation beforehand. You know how hard it is for some people to fucking do that?
Copy it exactly."
I mean, like you gotta have the
See,
voice.
hey, wait, hold on. Video games have a tendency to do it better.
No, here's the thing, Amani. They already remade Metal Gear Solid 3. You know what Konami did it then?
What?
Pachinko machine.
Damn show did.
Fuck.
Unreal Engine and all that shit, all them
You think
graphics.
that's what's gonna get turned into another pachinko machine?
I fucking hope not, but if it did, I'm not surprised.
I don't know. I feel like if they're gonna go through all the trouble of remaking it again, I think we might actually have a real game on our hands. But I feel your worry.
It's the music.
Because the last Metal Gear game they released was fucking Metal Gear Survive.
Yeah, no, let's not talk about Survive.
The game where I have to pay ten
That's
dollars
just
for an extra save file.
Ugh,
damn. I forgot about that shit.
that still hurts me.
I
Fuck,
forgot about that.
fuck that and everything it stands for.
Hey yo, you want an extra save file? Hey yo, what
ten
did you say to
dollars.
me?
$10 for an extra save file.
That shit is hilarious. I'm like, that would have me so baffled. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. What did you say to me? Did you say buy his save file? Did I hear you correctly?
You want extra save file? I want $10. $10.
$10 for just to save another character. Fuck you.
$10. That should
I
be
mean,
free off rip.
I know people say like, oh, you should let bygones be bygones. Nah, because if they did this in the past, they're still likely to do it again. That's the problem.
Exactly.
For real.
People,
The fact that they thought it was okay the first time.
these companies still out here thinking that being online all the time is still a good thing to do. But obviously, who the fuck can do that?
Well, moving on to with that being online all the time, we have that issue with Suicide Squad killed the Justice League apparently.
Oh yeah.
So more details of the game has been released for audiences around the world, and people are not happy about it.
Yeah, let me look at this. I keep forgetting to look at this. Let me look at this. Go ahead.
Combat wise, it's still intriguing. So all characters involved have the basic basic system like the Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark. The thing is, some fans have been a bit irked about that all four of them are still kind of end up being the same range based fighters. Like, oh, okay, so nothing super unique amongst the four that actually can blend well into a team based system. For example, Captain Boomerang doesn't really shoot his boomerangs as part of an ability. He doesn't use it as part of a weapon. He just uses it as part of his ability. Like, oh, Captain Boomerang actually doesn't throw his boomerangs. That's very lame.
See, I didn't see that part, and I thought
if you look at the I was sorry, Jones. Go ahead.
I would say the only thing I was gonna say was that the way that he threw his boomerangs though, from what I saw in the trailer, it looked like that was gonna be his mobility to get around and teleport. That actually made it seem like a good game design point to actually like make people actually want to play Captain Boomerang, because that's almost like asking who wants to play with Captain America, but with boomerangs.
Yep. That's just pretty much his only ability, I think, for traversal wise. But in terms of using the boomerang as a weapon, just ability wise, not an actual weapon you use to throw around. He has a gun. King Shark has a gun. Harley Quinn has a gun. Deadshot, guns, so on and so forth. Another thing that gave me flashbacks to at least Gotham Knights, the inventory system where you actually change out pieces, similar to that Avengers, Marvel's Avengers we just spoke about earlier, and it just looks very well. It's been confirmed it's a full-on live service game.
No, it's unfortunate.
Which has already started to kill my ego. The fact, even more so, that you can play single player, but you need to be online regardless.
Like, why is that?
Single player requires an online connection.
You seen what happened with Microsoft when they tried to force that shit on us with the Xbox X.
Why King Shark got multiple dashes in the air?
I'm sorry.
Is he swimming?
I'm sorry, not Xbox X, it's Xbox One. You guys pulled that off with an Xbox One and told people that they need to be online 24/7. And if they couldn't, they have the 360 still. You seen how that got them. What makes you think that a $60, $70 game is going to work even better?
I don't know. I don't know what told them this. I don't know what told them this one bit.
Nope.
This gameplay does look kind of crazy though. But everyone's kind of using guns.
Yeah. Yep, the gameplay, that's not my concern. Like, I think it's still gonna be fun. I just feel like it's like not as unique as it should be after showing off the full-on Suicide Squad. The live service stuff really irks me quite a bit because I'm not a big fan of live service stuff anymore after several massive failures over the couple of years alone. Not to mention this past year with, I think, was it the death of 3 live service games in a short amount of time?
Yes, like 3 to 5 of them.
I think it was Babylon's Fall, Knockout City, rest in peace. Uh, Rumbleverse, also rest in peace.
The
Uh,
Rumbleverse.
Marvel's Avengers ending this
And
year.
then Multiverse is
Um,
dying.
oh yes, and Final Fantasy: The First Soldier Battle Royale. Forget about that one too. Multiverse is dying quite a bit too. So yeah, uh, I'm just a little concerned about this involved moving forward. If it breaks the mold and actually is enjoyable, unlike Gotham Knights, I'm down. But with how it's currently set up as a live service, like I'm a little concerned already.
And
Alright.
y'all teased us.
Well,
Yeah.
next up, I'm gonna have to talk about. Let's see, where is it? Oh yeah. Little game that everybody might, maybe know, maybe not know. It's a tiny little thing, indie studio. Street Fighter Six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Zangief, Lily, and Cammy.
Shouts out to Cammy. Whew.
Oh, whew, man.
Fair enough.
She's wow. Just looks great. Lily's unique because
Yeah,
she's one of the
Lily's the
few.
coolest ones
Yeah,
out of the street.
Lily's unique mainly because she uses tonfas or no clubs in the game for it, which is very rare in Street Fighter for for any character to use weapons. On pretty much on one hand, we
You can
can
count all of them. Yeah.
yeah, it's very rare because Street Fighter is supposed to be full on martial arts versus weapons, but it's on occasion they do include weapons every now and again.
Zangief looks kind of crazy.
Zangief looks
He
just fun as a
does.
grappler.
I see he's got some stuff in here. We got I think he got a counter grab, which I saw that was like, oh, that's dangerous.
They've been having like
That's real dangerous.
they've been having so much fun with Zangief like ever since 5. For some reason, ever since 5, Zangief has been that go-to funny guy that they just been having liberty with. The man literally
They
was a
combined
tornado.
his V trigger into his super.
Wait, they brought back the tornado?
Yeah, it's in his super now. You see it
Oh shit.
in the beginning of his super when he does it. He does the twirl, but because the person's so close, they don't get pulled. Not really. Yeah, that counter grab looked crazy though. Yeah,
It looks really cool for
you can
sure.
see it right there. It's like let me take it back. It's like 50, 52. You can see he does it and then grabs the dude afterwards and then slams. I get the feeling that if you just did it for a bit, it would pull them in and then you would get it. But because E Honda is so close, it's just off rip. Also, you look good, man. Like, look at all this painted. This game look good. Like
It looks great.
his victory pose looks crazy. Like you see all the detail. Like obviously his muscles look crazy because he does the
And the
flex thing.
scars, man. I can see all the scars
Scars.
better than
Yeah,
before.
but like look at like the paint that's like happening. Not even coming off of him, but like you could see the like this paint texture that's like all over him. That looks really crazy. Along with like the steam and how it's coming out, it looks sick. It's a great use of coloring. Also, Lily is like we said, spirit big little tiny.
When,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's apparently because I was watching Maximilian like react to it, the Maximilian dude. He mentioned this that like Street Fighter actually does not have a lot of like cutesy characters. If that makes any
No.
sense. And Lily's one of a few. She's actually a rare breed. So she's a weapon wielder, and she's a cutesy character.
Which is very, very rare.
Yeah, because I think we only have like 3 of those.
And Sakura is one of them.
Yeah, Sakura's one of them.
Yep.
Ah, she look cool though.
Yeah, Lily looks fun. I can't wait to try that out when the Street Fighter 6 comes out entirely.
I like that she tries to attempt the hunting hawk,
I hope.
and then it just doesn't work.
I was say, I hope later on in DLC they probably add Elena, and then those two would.
Yeah, more likely. Or more than likely, they're not going to add her in DLC. They're
Bro,
probably going to add her
I
in different
need
editions.
I need third strike characters in this game. I don't understand why we don't have any.
I think
I don't get it.
6 is still before 3.
No, it's after.
No, it's
the first
after
one.
It's after
3.
3 now?
It's
Yeah.
after 3, yeah.
Ooh.
That's why I'm like, where are all the third strike characters? Where's Sean? This should have been Sean's game. Get the Luke. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Luke, but Sean should have been the poster boy for this game. I'm not kidding.
They wanted a brand new cast versus, the returning of Third Strike because.
But we haven't seen Sean since Third Strike. He might as well have been a new face.
Well, you have to remember, in terms of Capcom's notoriety, despite Third Strike getting a big community running way after the fact, it's still considered a failure in Capcom's eyes.
That's true. Also, I just want to talk about how Cammy does the thing from the movie. By the way.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Like that's dope.
I saw that and was like, oh, that's literally the neck twist and the knees, and yep, that guy would be dead if she did this in any place else. Also, her super is just also straight up murder.
Yep.
I don't know how you murder somebody. How do you decapitate somebody with your foot like that? But
Decapitation.
For real, that's really what she's doing. Like, she hits so hard that the energy wave cuts through you, and you're like, damn, that nigga's head is gone.
Yeah, no, because she hits the neck, but ends up on the other side of the head.
Yeah. Cammy also got a counter super off rip, which I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, that's also disrespectful.
Dude, the tournaments I can imagine are going to be nuts with this game.
The two characters that actually need to be up in your face just to decide, hey, yo, did you try to press a button against me? did you try to say it's your turn? My bad. I should have let you know that it was my turn. It was still my turn. I wasn't done.
I am plus on frames. I am plus on block. What are you doing?
Trying to press a button against me. I knew you was gonna press a button. Look at that. Look at it. Caught you.
Press a button? Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen.
It's like crazy. Crazy how you caught it. I caught you pressing buttons. I guess we should probably mention the fact that Marvel's X-Men 97 is getting a season 2 off rip. They got announced.
Even though season 1 hasn't even dropped yet.
Season 1 has not dropped yet, but they're getting season 2, which I ain't even complain, honestly. I'm cool with it. I just want to see season 1.
I want to see season 1, to be totally honest, but it's not a full-on warning of getting a season 2 off rip because they're confident it's being successful, but how many projects have we already seen where that has been the case, but still also have, been trash? Because another one, before the season even finished, Velma's season 2 got announced.
Bro, Velma should have never bothered, but we're not even going to get into that.
Yeah. Another one, freaking Halo. Even before the first episode dropped, they got season 2 already. Like, oh, God.
True. It's trash. But I believe in X-Men 97.
I mean, here's hoping. I can only hope. That's all I can do nowadays because it's... Jesus. That's all. Just
gotta hope.
Please.
Yeah, gotta hope. That's all I can do.
I want another spectacular Spider-Man, not an Ultimate Spider-Man.
I know. I want, to end not on a cliffhanger anymore. Please.
For real. Alright, what's another one you guys want to mention?
I want to mention Sishu. Sishu looks dope. It's a story about a Finnish soldier who lost his family during looks like World War II, and now he's on a warpath hunting Nazis in spectacular fashion.
Oh, rip, that sounds awesome.
It's great because there's literally one clip that got me sold was he threw a fucking anti-tank mine on a dude and he just turned into red mist.
Like, that movie is like a mix between, I want to say,
Glorious Bastards and John Wick.
That, and it also reminds me of like the campiness and schlockness of Dead Snow. If you ever seen that movie.
Oh, I love Dead Snow. Dead Snow was great.
For those who are listening that doesn't know what Dead Snow is basically another zombie Nazi movie, except it's in the snow. Kids found some old Nazi treasure, and hilarity and violence ensues. It is a foreign movie. I think it's Dutch or it's Finnish. I forgot which one.
I think it's Finnish, I want to say. But yeah, no, it's Dead Snow. It's great, and there's 2 of them. First one and a sequel.
When the sequel came out,
2015.
There you go.
I want to say ill, but at the same time, I'm still intrigued.
I mean, it's like they. I was surprised that it went for a sequel because how it ended. Dude cut off his arm, then had to pretty much get cut off his nuts. So
Oof.
wasn't much room for a sequel in in your mindset. But yeah,
Oh Lord.
Damn.
yep. But Sishu looks dope. I can't wait for that. There. Um, anything you want to talk about, Jones?
Um, as a horror fan, living with Chucky, I did see the trailer already. Talking about the documentary, and I want to say this one feels a little bit more heartwarming. That's a weird thing to say about a horror documentary.
It is a. I mean, it's a horror documentary, but it's also fun for I think for the cast and crew because I think every for the majority of the people involved really have fond memories of it because I know Brad Dwarf enjoyed it. Jennifer Tilly loves it.
It really does. And then Brad Dourif's daughter is basically the forerunner along with her dad, and those two have like great chemistry. They
Hmm.
She absolutely loves doing the shit playing, especially with her role playing as Chucky and playing as her own character herself, which I still have to go through season 2 because that's fucking crazy. Seeing her in the
Yeah,
trailer and she po
it's like yeah. I mean, it's almost like you know how that one guy played Pinhead for so fucking long, like he just couldn't think of anything else or for it. Even though the films have not improved, they've gotten worse. He still loved the role.
same
Like Freddy, like Robert Englund and Freddy Krueger. They just you fall in love with the role no matter what.
or what's his name? The dude who played the tall man in Phantasm before he died.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
But yeah, it the this documentary actually looks to be a bit more heartwarming because
Hmm.
if I think it really is, it was written and directed by a fan of the series that actually was able to get in touch with everybody from Don Mancini to Brad Dourif and his daughter and
Jennifer Tilly's
Jennifer Tilly.
involved with it. Freaking Waylon Marin is in the documentary too. Forgot
And
he was in that
what's
one,
his
but
name too? What's his name? Alex Vincent. That
think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
They even got him to who played Andy, the comeback.
Oh yeah, yeah, Alex. Yeah, the original kid from first Child's Play came back for like that's cool. That's really cool. And he became a badass in the future films
He
too.
did. Like that still takes me by surprise at the end the after credit scene for
I think Curse of Chucky, right?
yes.
Like he just like goes for the package. Chucky comes out of the package, and you see turns around, and he was shotgun right to Chucky's
He's
face.
like, "Andy." Oh, he's like, "You were ready for me this time." Oh man, but it definitely seems interesting. I did see the only other documentary I've seen was just like a special feature that was on the Blu-ray when they first re-released the Child's Play movie on Blu-ray for like its 25th anniversary, and I watched that. That was actually pretty interesting. To see the whole history, how it came to be. Fun fact, the original working title name for Child's Play was actually Batteries Not Included.
Yep. Which they used that for a completely different film, which is actually more heartwarming down the
It
road.
really was.
Hmm.
um,
Oh, I was gonna mention, yeah, I was gonna mention like since I know they might consider doing it, they kind of did it meta wise when they did Friday the new Wes Craven's The New Nightmare when that with that one. I was wondering if they ever get their heads together to do one for Friday the 13th, but I know that one's been in what was it freaking
that been in production hell for like the longest, and I still don't understand.
oh, not production hell. I was gonna say like ownership hell because it's been under like different parties' ownership details for like God knows how long at this point.
I mean it's the same thing with what's called too with Chucky, because technically that's the reason why we got the remake, because technically what was it? I think MGM still owns the rights to the original movie, but then Universal has all the rights to every other Child's Play movie after the first one.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because that's why they redid that freaking redid Child's Play from the get go with ironically enough, Mark Hamill.
Mm-hmm. And
Nothing against Mark Hamill. That movie just wasn't that great. That's all.
it wasn't, but that inner I want to say that interracial Chucky, maybe voice wise from Mark Hamill, would have actually worked. But if they would have tweaked a
Yeah,
few things, it could have been it wouldn't have been that much of a curveball, but it would have did something in the franchise to be like, hey, this is something interesting that we haven't seen in a while, where we actually see a fresh take, somewhat a fresh spin on an old classic character that actually worked, or it seems interesting in retrospect. And they probably could have went on from
yeah,
there, but
they didn't.
mm-mm.
So
That would have been ugly anyway for like Don Mancini, because this is his baby, and I can see how hearing him from them finding out that the remake was going around was coming along the same time that he kind of announced that the TV show was coming along too. Yeah, but other than that, let's see.
Look, all I gotta say is, I gotta roast this game.
go
I gotta do it.
Which
ahead.
Hey yo, so goodbye volcano. We gotta do it. 'Cause
So
we've been doing
goodbye
it
volcano.
the first
Goodbye.
time it came out.
Yeah. So goodbye Volcano High for the ones who missed the previous episode regarding it. It's a rhythm high school uh, visual novel s game, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
rhythm elements.
with real elements involved. The reason why we're bagging on it because the animation is rough.
is like
And the art is rough.
it's like a
Art's,
feeling.
art's pretty cringe, actually.
It's like a feeling
It's
of
flash, kind of almost flash animation style. Like, oh wow, the deviant art stuff like that with animations just a little jilted. Looks really uninspired. I wouldn't say fully uninspired, but like lazy almost at
It looks
times.
a little too inspired.
too inspired by
Too inspired.
BoJack Horseman. That's what it looks like. It reminds me of
It looks like it's inspired by DeviantArt.
BoJack Horseman mixed with Life is Strange mixed with
Mixed with concessions, this webcomic.
oh my god.
You remember that,
I
Jones?
do. Matter of fact, it reminds me of the What's Called comics too, the Snafu comics, and I don't even know if they're still
Oh,
around.
I remember those. Yeah.
Jeez.
Jesus, and I know the story writing is gonna be so bad too, cause
It's gonna be like kind
You
of
can
cringy, I'm
feel
sure.
the cringe from over here.
like
It's wild.
somewhere in my head right now, there is like a meme moment that's ready to pop up somewhere on YouTube on the internet where they took a clip of somebody Twitch streaming this game and crying because they're talking about how beautiful the story is in this game, and you're just like waiting for like a 5 minute video rant of just ripping into this game about everything that's wrong with it.
Bro,
Yep.
I want to. But I will not subject myself to that.
Come on, Amon. It's your job.
I will not subject myself to that game.
It's your job,
You can
man.
do it then, Vela. You got it.
I need to get paid for it first.
Tell that to the people.
I about to say, which one of y'all played Life is
You
Strange?
pay me to buy this game and play it, and I will.
Tell that to the people.
Hold on, which one of y'all actually like bought Life is Strange, or someone has bought it for you and you actually played it?
No, Life is
Tell
Strange
me.
is good.
Life is Strange is good. It's
No,
not.
I bought that myself. Yeah,
Yeah,
Life is Strange
yeah.
is sick.
I like Life is Strange. Life is Strange is actually good quality.
Mm.
It's just that we have very little hopes on this one. That's all.
Uh-huh.
We're more than just the artwork.
He's like, Life is Strange is sick. This is not Life is Strange.
Strange. Here, Aaron will appreciate this. If someone took Life is Strange, trying to make it a furry.
Pretty much.
Is it a furry if it doesn't have fur? It has feathers and scales.
Scalies, yeah, because they're dinosaurs and
They are
dragons.
dinosaurs. No, they're actually just all dinosaurs.
One
Yeah,
of them, what is it?
that's-
One of them a fucking dolphin or like a
I I I couldn't
I'm pretty
tell
sure they're a
how.
pterodactyl.
Yeah, I think it might be a pterodactyl.
You're not wrong though. Their
I
face
don't
do look
know.
like
It's weird looking because okay,
their face does look like a dolphin. That shit was throwing me off for a good minute. I was like, what is this, a dolphin?
cause like dead ass.
What
I'm
kind of weird
looking at it.
hybrid thing are you? Yeah, nah, it's pterodactyl, bro.
Matter of fact,
It's a pterodactyl.
okay, I'm about to say, tell me something, because the other joke that popped up in my head was that this thing looks like the what was it? I think it's the five tail beast, the one that steam, that's like a
Oh, you
horse.
mean the ugly looking one?
Yes,
That's like a horse? I don't understand what Kishimoto was doing with that design, but that was a design. That was a design for sure.
matter of fact,
He went kind of nuts with the other ones.
you know what else this feels like?
Yeah, like a fox.
This feels like they're trying to bank off of like Has Been Hotel and
I don't know about that. Oh, I feel you. We'll see.
it. I mean, it does. Just looking at the face, character design, and everything like that, it's like a stiffer version of Vizzy Pop.
I don't know that one, Chief. Lazy Pop got a lot more going on with the designs and
They do,
Yeah.
but
doing
this
things.
but this literally looks like a simplified version of this. Like if you literally took a picture, like if you literally took a photo of Luna
I'm telling you,
and then you set it next
looks
to
like
this,
deviant art. I'm telling you, it looks like deviant
it
art.
does. But then again, just look at it. Do a side by side comparison between Luna from
Hell of a
Hell of a
boss.
Boss, and then this main character chick,
Yeah,
whatever.
no, I'm gonna disagree with you heavily. It's just goth. that's
I
like
mean, yeah, yeah, it's the golf part about it, but then when you
just goth. Goth is a type of clothing and a lifestyle. you could be in any art style and be goth.
Yeah, it's an identifier. It's just that this like portrayal of golf apparently for us it doesn't look good.
And then the fact that okay, and this also is something that just popped in my head now, and I'm realizing this. You're all supposed to be dinosaurs. The game is called Goodbye Volcano High. Is this supposed
hmm
to be you guys coming to terms with the giant meteor wiping out all
That's
dinosaurs?
about to wipe out everybody. Yeah. Admittedly, we will see if it has enough tact to handle this properly, or the chops to handle it properly. I don't think it does.
I'm giving,
Just off of what I've seen, I don't think it does.
in the
But
words of Mother's Basement, it deserves 3 dumpster fires filled with body pillows and enough alcohol to burn the trash can itself out of 5. I'm sorry, go ahead, comic. Next piece.
oh yo, Wayfinder looks cool.
Wayfinder does look cool.
I kind of want to play Wayfinder.
Wayfinder looks pretty dope in terms of detailing for it.
I want to play a action RPG with my friends. I want to
Mhm.
play like action D&D.
It actually reminds me a lot of Dauntless.
I mean, it's not really hunting though. It's
No,
like
it's not
dungeon
hunting. No,
fighting.
the animations, the like the style of animation and the world reminds me a lot of
You know, if it
Dauntless.
feels like Dauntless, I'll take it. But I'd hope it feels better than Dauntless.
I mean, it's more of an action RPG, so a character action game with RPG elements. I'm curious though. It doesn't technically say off the bat. Is it free to play? Because it said it's coming to PlayStation first.
It looks like this
Yeah,
is free
we
to
just don't
play.
know. I mean, the beta's coming out. It's available in a couple days, 2 days actually.
Okay.
So we can give it a shot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll give that a go for
Definitely
it.
thinking
Yeah.
about it, considering it.
Oh, let's talk about the machine.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Machine looks like a comedy action film with Bert Kreischer and Mark Hamill, where this now 40-year-old man is reminiscing about his life about apparently a train heist he did in Russia 23 years ago. He didn't speak much English, but know how to say he is the machine. stole Trey Knife and has pretty much been coasting off that story, telling his family and everything like that. His father doesn't really approve of his actions anymore, just sees him as disappointment. Until one of the things he stole 23 years ago was a very important locket to a Russian mafia crime boss, and they get sent to Russia to get that locket back. Both him and his father, Mark Hamill's character. And,
That's
well,
pretty good.
hilarity and chaos ensues. Like, this looks fun. Oh, man.
It does.
That man gave him the best motivational speech and said, "Hey, go out there and do your thing. Do what they."
Be the machine.
All right. We'll take one more.
Mhm.
And then we'll do a final little bit for keep an eye on it.
Oh man.
Let's see. Oh, you guys want to talk about Wulong?
Yeah, that's actually
Wulong
almost releasing soon.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I'm.
Wulong Fallen Dynasty looks like another. It's a Journey to the West style story gameplay from looks of it, but made from the same people who did Neo and was it? It's Team Omega, right? Or Ninja Theory.
I think it's Team Ninja.
I think it's Team
Team
Ninja.
Ninja. Okay.
Because it's the same people that did that, like you said,
Neo.
did Neo.
Okay.
So that's Team Ninja.
It looks dope. Still like great combat. I know mine is a little disappointing because there's no character customizations for it, but it
Big
looks
sadness,
it really
but it's all
yeah.
good.
It looks really fun. Looks more stylistic with a lot more verticality involved with it. I'm hoping it's not as. I like Neo quite a bit. I just hope it's not as a little disjointed in like the item customization with weapons and armor pieces. But since down is to one type of character, I'm not sure if it'll be focused too much on builds at this time round.
True.
But we'll have to wait and see that.
It's basically Team Ninja's Sekiro. It's what
Mhm.
it feels like to me. They just decided to go China instead of Japan. Which makes sense because the game takes place in Japan, so you know.
Yep.
Well, Neo takes place in Japan, so it makes
Japan.
sense they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and yep, and Wulong is set in China because looks like it's following the story of Sun Wukong, Journey to the West variant of it anyway, which is popular across all Asian nations. So
For real.
yep, but yeah,
I was hoping to
All
actually
right.
see more gameplay for it. Than what we keep on getting. Oh wait, hold on. There's a final demo out now. Assholes.
yeah. The full game drops March 2nd in about a week's time on Game Pass.
All right. So, I don't know if we. Oh, right, keep an eye on that. Oh, I guess I'll say this first, just in case. So, for those that don't know, because we are on season 3 now, just in case someone's never done it, please be sure to check the description of the podcast below. There's tons of stuff that we don't actually talk about on the docket that you guys should actually check out and go look for. Because just because it didn't catch our attention doesn't mean it might not catch yours. Also, we're on to keep an eye on. So, first up, I don't know if we've actually put his work on here before or not, but we have Kevin Shaw, who is the Color Reaper. Gotta like his art. It's got like this very super exaggerated, angular, lanky style to it. Spends a lot of time drawing a lot of Spider-Man ones, but it's like he's got a cool Green Ranger.
Very sharp angles in terms of facial features when it comes to the male characters. Round ones for younger and feminine characters. Really cool. Piccolo looks straight up demonic looking.
Hey, do be the Demon King.
I like that.
I like it. But it's a vibe. You guys should go check him out. Go look at his stuff. Take a look. He got like a decent amount of Dragon Ball stuff going on here. See a Mirio. It's a cool Batman's a lion up.
Venom looks fun. Trunks looks badass.
His Trunks and his Venom looks really cool. I like his Wolverine.
Magneto looks just menacing.
That's a bro. That Broly looks crazy.
That Broly does look crazy.
Oh, there's Nalita. He did Nalita.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Lido!
Magneto.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Broly does look crazy. Holy crap.
But I'm just go check him out.
Character
I'd love to
development
have some art from this
exploration.
man.
I did for Velma, although this is the extent of what I did for the Git. He worked on Velma.
Oh, That's a,
No, it's the wrong guy,
actually,
wrong guy. Not, he retweeted that. That's Sean Galloway. Never mind. Like, I thought he worked on Velma. Like, oh, that's a little scary.
actually, no, it's fine. If you worked on Velma, that's fine. That was like the number
Yeah.
one thing we praised about Velma. Actually,
Oh,
was
yeah, it was
the
the
animation
animation.
was actually really good.
It really
It's just,
was.
if he was one of the writers, I probably would have hated him.
Oh no, if it was right, that'd be a problematic. I'm like, really, man? Really? This what you do? Is this what you do? He did a really cool Invincible and a Ryu over here too.
Dude, his Full Metal Alchemist kind of looks dope.
Oh, he did a Terry McGinnis. This Batman Beyond looks sick.
He fully colored it too.
Oh.
Edward now.
That Killer Croc looks good.
The Superman one looks familiar. Like, it looks like I've seen him. Did he do a cartoon of it? Because I feel like his work was shown in an animation before.
Perhaps. Maybe. That's
Batman Beyond. Oh, that looks dope. Sharp wings and everything.
what I'm saying.
Cooler. Yeah, it looks dope.
But next up, oh yeah, I guess I might as well mention this Spider-Man 2099. It's further down. That one's fire. It's amazing. But next up, we have I gotta go find it again. Here it is. Chasing the Unseen. Pele, you brought this one to my attention, so tell me about it.
Yes, so Chasing Unseen is a Reddit user, Matt Chiefs' gaming's presentation. Essentially a mix of like a Lovecraft fractal focus imagery and Shadows of the Colossus, where you're climbing these monstrous size creatures in the entire foray through the game. For instance, there is a section of kind of like a dreamy looking world, and you're climbing on the tentacles of this massive octopus.
It's a vibe.
It's
trippy.
It's
honestly.
It's very trippy, but it looks really unique and intense in this way. There's not like a huge amount of action and stuff like that, but you know, you're climbing this colossal being as you're floating through the sky and a bunch of other things. Like, this is really cool. There's a giant crystal spider that's really trippy looking too.
Yeah, I remember looking at that and being like, the fuck is this?
It's a very trippy, artsy, like just journey-esque game. We're just exploring world landscapes. It's really unique for sure.
It's definitely
The
worth
fact-
checking out.
Wow. It's, yeah, if you like big things, this is definitely a go for sure. I know Paul would probably like this quite a bit too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
All right. So, without further ado, we're going to bring this episode to a close. That is the first episode of season 3. So, all right, let's get this rundown. You guys have heard this story many times, but hey, let's do this. So, we have a Patreon. If you would like to support our show, you can go there. You can support us there. Or you can go to our tip jar, which is at Koji, and it's also on our Twitter link, paper_action. You go to paper_action. It'll be there on Twitter. And there. Just to keep a nice little reminder that 20% of all of our proceeds from you guys out there goes to a charity of our choice. We are still maintaining that. That is still a thing. Even if I do not update which charity it's going to, it's still going to go to a charity. That being said, besides that, just wanted to let you guys know again, we are currently working on some projects we don't want to announce, but we want to at least let you know that they're coming, right? Don't want to say too much, but I can announce that if you guys go check out the YouTube channel, we will also have some of the new episodes up right about now. So that's also a good thing. We are starting up. We gave up on trying to archive the stuff because it's gonna take too long. We're basically at like 100+ episodes at this point. So not gonna archive. We'll maybe try to figure out how to do that over time. But for now, definitely just gonna start moving forward with what we have going forward into the new year and the new season. What else? I believe the deal is we appreciate you guys because we always do. If you have questions, you can send it to paperplayaction@gmail.com. That is paperplayaction@gmail.com. And on top of that, spread the love. You guys know the deal. Spread the love, talk about the show to other people. It's the only way that we can grow and you guys can enjoy us talking about these things more often. But hopefully we're planning on doing a lot of growth anyway within this new season. So be on the lookout for some new projects and stuff that we'll be trying to do. But we don't want to properly do any formal announcements, but we just want you to be on, keep an eye out, keep an eye out for the stuff that we might be doing soon. But without further ado, that'll be the end of this one. So good night, everybody.
Good night.